Is your kid upset sports camps were canceled this summer? Well, NBA star Kenny "The Jet" Smith might be able to help. He's launched the Jet Academy, an online basketball camp for children of all ages that offers access to NBA and WNBA All-Stars. Here to tell us more is founder Kenny Smith himself. Kenny, great to have you with me here today. So it sounds like daily sessions feature things like instructional sessions on basketball techniques. What else can campers expect?
Well, through the world of COVID and self-quarantine and social distancing, I just figured out, I was like, why should someone who wants to be better at something, development, stop? So I created the Jet Academy, and what it is, it's an online virtual basketball camp with NBA All-Stars, Trae Young, Kemba Walker, 4-time All-Star. You have Victor Oladipo, 2-time All-Star, WNBA MVP, Breanna Stewart, and Brittany Griner, and we become your personal trainer. And right now we got about 3,000 kids ready to go in another about 15, 20 minutes live. That's what differentiates us, is that we're live. We're talking to Kemba Walker from the bubble, from the NBA bubble. We get an opportunity to understand what they do and how they get better at it. And you go side by side. It works on any device, anywhere. All you need is Wi-Fi and or cell service. And again, that's jetacademycamp.com. Just go to jetacademycamp.com and you get an opportunity to work out with us. Ask us questions, upload your videos as well.
Oh, that's amazing. I think, access to professional athletes for these kids seems really valuable, especially right now when they're learning from home, they're trying to do school from home, that sort of thing. Do you hope that going online, going digital will actually give more access to these resources to kids who might not otherwise be able to even interact with these kinds of athletes?
It's interesting you said that, because I usually do a live camp every year, and I couldn't do it obviously because of COVID. And going through these workouts over the last this week, I realized that I'm interacting more personally, because if I was at my own basketball camp, they would just be sitting in one area, wouldn't be able to really ask questions. I couldn't see them. But when they pop up on the screen, you see the questions, you're able to answer them. So again, it's a live experience. We're on right now. Don't miss out, because kids are getting better while you're sitting at home sleeping. Again, dedicatedcamp.com.
So explain to me a little bit more how it works. So you're interacting with people on the platform. Is there kind of lessons? There's exercises? What do you actually experience?
Everything you just said. So when you sign up, you get a link. You'll be able to log into your link and we're at 9 a.m. Pacific every day. We go on live. You log in, and you're going to see the interaction, myself and Kemba, just like you see any kind of like a Zoom meeting. But the difference is it's streamed. It's a live stream, and so the quality, with 4 cameras, you get to see different angles of how the move is done. So even if you're sitting at a camp, like, you would just only see one angle. We have cameras on top, cameras on side, we switch over. So you get to see every part of the person and how they do the move. And then you can actually, on demand, rewatch it again and slow it down. So for us, it's the most interactive way to become a better basketball player. And again, I know there's a lot of kids sitting on those couches, a lot of parents trying to figure out what to do with their kids. Well, here it is. We're not a babysitting service, but we got them. We got an hour and a half a day. jetacademycamp.com.
Well, Kenny, when people are able to congregate again, when they can go to camps in person, do you imagine a hybrid model in the future? I think it's so cool. You mentioned there's more cameras, more angles than would normally be possible in real life. Is this something you might incorporate into in-person camp as well?
Now, question. I think it's a necessity, because if I want the kids who come to my camp, and generally I used to have it in the University of North Carolina, I had it. Mostly kids are from the East Coast or North Carolina area. Very few kids from California. Now, if I have a virtual part or a streaming part of it throughout the day, anyone from anywhere can participate in 60% of the camp. So that's the difference. And most of the drills that we do, you don't need a basket. You don't need anything, but you can go right in your park. You can go in your backyard. You can go in a gym, and you just pop up in your device and you go. So it's a different experience. And then instead of talking to us, you type a question in. We answer the question. You upload a video. We critique your video within 48 hours. So it's just an understanding of the way the world operates today, someone else asked me that question, and I said, well, do you think we will go back to just having every meeting in person? No, we won't. We won't go. We'll say, wow, we've had so many meetings and so many interactions and interviews like this online. This is the way people will still do things after the pandemic ends.
Kenny, quickly, professional athletes obviously having to adapt to the times as well. There's optimism and concern about the NBA bubble in Orlando with rising cases of COVID in the state of Florida. Are you optimistic about the NBA season?
Optimistic but cautious, because I realize this is the most, dangerous and deadly virus that we've seen in our lifetime and most contagious. So I'm optimistic that, there's some protocols that are put in place, some scientific protocol as well that's put in place, not just relying solely on the behavior of everyone to act a certain way. I think there has to be some scientific things that are put in place to make sure that those things are working as well.
All right, Kenny, thank you so much for your time today. Love your grand piano in the background, by the way. That's Kenny Smith, two-time NBA champion and Emmy award-winning analyst.